Hi students, Mr. C here back in the shop. I'd like to talk to you about something that's a little bit personal to me and my family. I was asked by a family member if we could do something a little bit special for a family member that really means something to them. And what that was it's the story of how their family migrated here to the United States. Well, the story starts out with a young man named Giuseppe Tucci. He's from Italy. And we happen to get some information on him through the Ellis Island Online. And what we did was we found out what the name of the ship was that he came over and the date that he landed at Ellis Island. Well, excuse me, this person happens to be kind of close to me because it's my wife's great-grandfather. So, without saying any more, what I did was, if you look here, this is an image in a piece of plexiglass that I reversed the image of the ship that he came over on with the date of the ship. Now, I just have to do some cleanup on this, but I wanted to show you how we went ahead and we made this image in a piece of acrylic using laser technology. You know, this is a wood shop, but we use all different types of materials in here because just like in the millworking industry, we use glass, plexiglass, acrylic, metal, copper, you know, all these different types of things. The list is endless pretty much. It's not just wood, but we are fabricators mainly out of wood products. So without saying any more, I'd like to go ahead and talk about that. So like essentially what we're going to do is the family has this block that means something to them. It's a wooden brick is what it is, and it's from the island. And this is going to go in to be displayed in this final, I guess you could say, kind of like a trophy, but it's not a trophy, it's kind of like not a memorial, but and it's basically honoring the family and how they came over and remembering why they came over, the hopes and dreams and aspirations of Giuseppe Tucci, and how the family can look back at this display that's put together and kind of think of what maybe was going through his mind at that time coming over here in 1913. So, without saying any more, you will see the full product at the very end, but I want to show you what we have to do here. So, let me grab this. And right here happens to be some software that we have that works with the laser that I'm going to be using. Now, this is Corel Draw that works really well with the laser technology that we'll be using. We're going to be using an Epilog laser. And what I've done is I put in the different parameters up here that the piece is 7 3/4 by 7 3/4. And what I did was I just found an image of the Statue of Liberty that I thought was really good. And what I did was I just imported this in, not a big deal. And all I did was I took this and I saved this to a file on a flash drive. Whoops, the back piece. So I'm going to take this image now. I have to close out this computer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you over to another computer, and I'm going to take you, that computer is hooked up to the Epilog laser cutter. So I just have to close out of here, eject my flash drive properly so I don't destroy it, and then we're going to go ahead, we're going to go for a walk here. Now, remember, this happens to be November 18th, 2020, where we do have the coronavirus, unfortunately, alive and well in our society. So we have to be very careful about what we do, make sure we mask up to be safe, so that way I don't give it to someone else and someone else doesn't give it to me. So without even saying any more, let's go ahead and take a walk. So here's our piece of plexiglass that we're going to be using. It's not cut to final size yet, but it doesn't have to be due to what we're going to do. So a little walk here to another lab. There's a tech, Mr. D'Annunzio. So here we are at the Epilog laser. I'm gonna flip this bad boy up. I'm gonna grab my material. And what I have to do is I have to go ahead and grab some, essentially it's like Play-Doh, to make sure that the piece of acrylic does not move. So I just take this, place this around here, and now that's not going to move. Okay? Now to safely do this, I need to shut this. That locked. We'll go ahead, turn on the exhaust, the laser. Alright, now I'm just going to give you 1 second and I'll pull this up. We'll be right back. So, I'm Mr. C. I'm in the shop and I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. Just give me 1 minute and we'll be right back. Okay? Alright.